Hey y'all, welcome to Dirt Road Cinderella. Thank you for stopping by. I certainly appreciate it. As many of you know, for almost 2 years I have used nothing but Gaahleri airbrushes and I have loved them all. My journey with Gaahleri airbrushes began when my family bought me this GAD39. It was cheap and yet it felt like a much higher quality airbrush. This airbrush taught me everything I know about airbrushing. Though I learned how to care for these brushes from my friend Dave Wood of Woody's Scale Model Garage. As you can see, I have my airbrushes labeled for their use. I like to use one paint type in each brush so I don't cross-contaminate because I'm a bit of an idiot and am likely to do so otherwise. This is a medium to fine detail brush. This GAD39 was followed by this one, which is an acrylic primer gun for me. It was followed by this GAD68, which was my first trigger style airbrush. This is my lacquer primer gun and works fantastically. I know this is a fairly popular airbrush with model car builders, and it comes with a .38 and a .5 needle. You see by the handle that I use a lot of gray primer. My only complaint is the staining and not being able to always get it all off. But this is what mine looks like after well over a year's steady use. I have never had a failure of any of my airbrushes. My next airbrush was the Swallowtail. Mine is the Barbatos Rex version. This is my clear coat gun. It shoots nothing but gloss clear with the fan cap. There is always a full breakdown exploded view for you somewhere on the box. Some are in the lid like this one, and others are on the bottom of the box. Gaahleri also has these cool little storage boxes. I need to buy more, but I do have 3. They hold 2 needles, 2 nozzles, 2 nozzle caps, and 3 air caps. This one is for my Swallowtail, and I have labeled it under the lid. It also comes with this insert telling you where everything goes. Over here is the GHAC 98D, which I use for solvent colors and is truly one of my absolute favorite airbrushes. This also has a .38 and a .5 needle, and is from their Ace series. It just feels right in my hand and always does an amazing job. You can see the corner of the box is crushed here. It came to me that way, and as sturdy as this box is, it was a good shot. However, it is packed so well, it was never a concern to anything inside the box. Following the 98D came the Mobius TG. This is my most prized airbrush as a model car builder. It is a dream to spray bodies with this airbrush because of the fan cap. I tell everyone that this airbrush makes me look like a much better painter than I really am. This is a premium series airbrush and a very striking airbrush. After that came the Mobius .3, and this airbrush does nothing but spray chrome trim for me, and I love it. Like its bigger sibling, the TG, it is of the premium series. It has a .3 needle in it. However, all my other brushes have the .5 needle installed because that is what I am most comfortable with. I showed you these to show you this, and also say, Dirt Road Cinderella is now sponsored by Gaahleri. They have sent me the new Seeker airbrush to review. They also have been kind enough to give us our very own discount code, which is DRC1854. Use it for 10% off your next order from Gaahleri. Let's open it up and see what is inside. There we have it, the Seeker from the Advanced series, and it comes with a .3 needle as well as a .5. This one is supposed to be from fine spray to a wide spray with the wide fit standard air cap. How about I get it out of the plastic for y'all and readjust the camera a bit. Now, to open it up, and here we find the Dear Customer Papers, which tells you how to stay connected with Gaahleri. On the back, it tells you how to put the needle in correctly. Setting that aside, we come to the Quick Start, which is just a couple short pages. The rest are in different languages. This is handy if you are new to airbrushes. There's also a baggie of O-rings inside, which is very handy. I have never had an O-ring go bad or fail, but I have lost a few. Finally, come to the Seeker itself, which is a very nice looking brush. I can see it has an upgraded button and the Calm Island design. This is the 0.5 nozzle and cap, as well as the 0.5 needle. This airbrush has some weight to it and feels substantial in my hand. The upgraded button feels like it works well enough. It is a very clean and good looking airbrush. The bowl fits right on, and the inside looks fantastic, which will make it easier to clean the paint out when you're finished. It is at this time that I would like to mention that Gaahleri is hosting the GWCC Online, which is the Gaahleri World Creator Cup. That is an online competition with over $30,000 in prizes up for grabs. Registration for this event has already begun back in April and ends at the end of this month. The event goes on until September 16th, so there is still plenty of time to join in and make something great. There are 6 classes, which are sci-fi, automotive, military, miniatures, 3D design, and an open class. For more information on this event, please go to their website, gwcc.online. Also, I would like to mention that Prime Days are coming, and that you should keep an eye out for deals on Gaahleri products on Amazon. Okay, with that said, let's change the needles in this airbrush and shoot some paint, shall we? Get it out of the box and take this rubber tip cover off and get the parts out of the box. Let me get the camera to focus just a bit. And there. What a sharp airbrush, and this button is very nice compared to that of the 39, which was my first brush. This is the 0.5 needle that comes with this brush, and I want to install it and take out the 0.3 as I use the 0.5 the most. It comes in this nice little tube and has a rubber tip protector as well to keep that tip in good shape. Now to take out the nozzle and cap for this needle. Whoops, I dropped the nozzle. Got it. This is the upgraded nozzle with 6 channels. It removes and goes back in super easy. I am going to take the wide fit air cap off, and then we can see the needle point of the 0.3 sticking out. Take the back off, being careful not to unscrew this copper part here. Before I loosen the chuck that holds the needle tightly in place, I'm going to remove the nozzle here, and again, see how easy the nozzle moves inside the housing. I will place it back in the same container the other nozzle was in. I will relabel them when I am finished. Now it is time to release this chuck. It only takes about a half turn. Too many turns and it will fall off and make you chase it. I know Gaahleri says to pull the needle out through the rear, but if the brush was dirty, you might pull paint back into the body and through the O-ring at the rear of the paint chamber. Dave taught me to push it gently through and remove it from the front. Then gently pull the needle straight out, inspect it, and put it away. Here again is the tip of the 0.3 before I put it in the case. The tips are easy enough to damage. Before putting the nozzle and cap back on, be sure you have not lost this O-ring off the front. or it will be unpleasant when you try to spray something. Once the nozzle is installed, you can put the needle in from the rear now. Using just the tip of your finger, gently push it in. Do not force it. When it is seated, you can see the end poke out of the nozzle. Tighten the retaining nut up and test the action before putting the rest of the brush back together. Here, we can see that the needle is moving when we move the button. I also like to look at the back to see it move. Sometimes the nut isn't tight and the needle does not work as it should, which is a pain with a full paint cup ready to spray. Ours is moving well, which means we can put the back and air cap both back on. Now add the paint cup and we are ready for air and paint. I am stoked and feel like this will spray well. Before I put the needle and nozzle back in the box, on the bottom of this box is an exploded view of your airbrush and its parts. This is on every box, but location varies. I have found this very helpful once or twice. I said I would relabel the cases, and I have. Here's the needle and the nozzle. This will help me be less confused about what needle is already in the airbrush, because I have found it easy to forget in the very beginning. These are just little self-adhesive color coding labels from Walmart. Give me a few seconds to clean up my mess and move us over to the paint booth. Okay, here we are at the paint booth. I didn't have much that needed painting, but I have these saddlebags and fuel tank for my motorcycle project that need some color on them. These are parts that I have resin cast myself. However, there is a problem with this part of the video. What is the problem, you ask? Why, it's me, of course, and my ADHD brain doing dumb things. I'm sorry to you all, and to Gaahleri, for such an error. I promise this was sprayed with the Seeker airbrush using Scale Finishes Dark Sable Metallic, and as I went on, I decided to try spraying fine lines on a card, which is not my thing, and I have no skill in this area. Nor do I have the skill to even film it correctly. But at last, it does spray pretty fine, and also pretty wide. I think this would be a good airbrush for a beginner as well as advanced airbrushers. Oh look, I did manage to get the airbrush into frame for a second. Either way, I had no issues with this airbrush, and I am very pleased with it. Thank you, Gaahleri, for the opportunity and the support. Please use our discount code DRC1854 for 10% off your order. I will get better at this type of thing in the future, promise, and y'all know I will. That is all I have for you at this time, but the editor has an update from the Kids Corner. Welcome to the Kids Corner. Today I have a stash ad, supply ad, club build update, and 48-hour group build entry. The first thing I'd like to talk about is the Datsun. This was sent to me from our friend Fred Salmon. It is also what I'm going to be entering into the 48-hour group build. So I guess this is my official entry. It is not sealed, but it is unstarted. While I'm talking about the 48-hour group build, my mom, Bug, from Paintings by Bug, also is going to enter the 48-hour group build. She's going to build a mini. She's building a female dwarf cleric, and all the little parts are in there. So that's the entry for her. Other stash ads from Hobby Lobby. My mom ordered me the Chevy Bel Air and this Monte Carlo. And 57 Chevys are one of my favorite cars in the entire world, so I'm super excited for that one. Let's see. She also got me an ANSI pen for panel lining. I'm super excited to learn how to use that. And the thing I'm most excited for is Master Builder. I went and did my entry for the Stranger Things van and what I've got done so far on my club build. I absolutely love this thing. I'm obsessed with organization and structure, so that's very helpful. Now I'm going to switch you to my desk and show you what I have finished on my club build. Here is my club build update. I have finished my engine. It is a 390 Cadillac engine. And these are Thrush VCG mufflers. My mom helped me build the exhaust. The bed has been mounted to the frame, and the interior is installed. Now I just have to get the engine to fit and the body to fit on, and then do some bare metal foil, paint my exhaust and some little things, and then it's done. So thanks for hopping into Kids Corner. Bye! Thank you all so much for watching and sticking around. Until next time, enjoy yourselves. You deserve it. Later, y'all. Are you a passionate modeler? Constantly searching for that perfect detail to bring your miniature masterpiece to life? Do you dream of building your model so accurate they could be mistaken for the real thing? Then it's time to discover VCG Resins by Reese. VCG Resins specializes in providing the highest quality, most unique, and incredibly detailed resin parts and accessories for your 1/24th and 1/25th scale models and dioramas. Modelers can find everything from intricate engines and suspension components to realistic wheels and essential diorama accessories, all designed to bring your miniature masterpieces to life. Are you ready to elevate your next build? Please visit vcgresins.com, and don't forget to use our discount code DRCRUST at checkout for 13% off your order. At Scale Finishes, they specialize in high-quality automotive-grade paints, clears, and primers designed to bring your scale models to life. Their authentic colors and premium products provide a flawless finish every time. Visit scalefinishes.com and use our discount code Cinderella10 at checkout to receive 10% off on your order. Edited, produced, and narrated by Cat Productions.